And one of my early mentors said, he goes, when I look at a patient's health history, my first inclination now is to say, show me this is not an airway problem. And as women are especially grossly underdiagnosed, because, what do we think of when we think of sleep disorder breathing or sleep apnea? You think of the
snoring.
And you think of like the overweight guy with the, the neck like an NFL linebacker. You don't think there's a disease called UARS, upper airway resistance syndrome, and they call it the disease of young fit females. And like you were saying, any resistance to airflow immediately puts your body into that fight or flight, because obviously, that's the one nutrient we can only do without for a couple minutes. So when you're laying in bed at night and that airway, you're standing here and all of a sudden that airway starts to do this, you start clenching and grinding, you're upregulating your autonomic nervous system. And women are actually better. There's a hormonal protection against airway collapse, and which is one of the reasons why they don't tend to get diagnosed with these problems. But all night long, they're bouncing in this light sleep. And so every time so when I do a sleep study, I don't look at, obviously I look at the AHI, the apnea-hypopnea index, but I'm looking at the respiratory disturbances, because that shows me what is your body doing to try to prevent from becoming a sleep apnea patient.